Hey everybody, Brett Evans, Cantaloupe.tv. Hey, I get a lot of people that come to me, they say, hey, I just want to do one video and put it on my website. That's all I need to do, right? Well, actually, no. Surprisingly, a multiple video format is more effective and helps you more in the long term than just a single video. There's a lot of reasons why this is true, but I'm going to give you 5 main reasons why it's important to have multiple videos on your website as opposed to having just one video. Now, the first reason is it actually gives you a more, it helps you have a more in-depth conversation with people about your organization. It gives you a little bit more of an intimate approach to telling your story. When you're trying to reach people and you're trying to convince people to do business with you and to continue doing business with you, it's important to have that ongoing conversation and that in-depth conversation with your audience to let them know the most about you, because the more they know about you, the more they know about your culture, the more they know about your people, the more likely they'll do business with you. The second reason it's important to have multiple videos is it actually brings your website to life. It makes your website more dynamic. Well, what does that mean? Well, if you have one video on your website and it's kind of like a summation video and that's it, it doesn't give people a new reason to keep coming back to your website. But if you have new, fresh video content on your website, it makes your website more dynamic. And it gives people a reason to keep coming back to your website. And let's face it, your website these days is the hub of all of your marketing efforts. So you want people to continually come back to your website so they see new announcements, they see your call to action. You put a lot of money and a lot of money into bringing people, driving people to your website and keeping them there for a long time. Having multiple video helps you do that. The third reason why it's good to have multiple videos as opposed to a single video is it helps you touch more audiences. If you have one video, chances are you have multiple services and products you offer. You may have different audiences that each of these products and services appeals to. So if you have one video, it's kind of hard to do that, kind of hard to communicate that message to people. If you have multiple videos, though, it gives you help to have that specific conversation with that exact audience that you're trying to get a hold of. So multiple videos help you reach all the audiences that you're trying to reach and explain all of your products and services as opposed to doing just a blanket presentation. Fourthly, it helps you fill that sales cycle gap that your company has. Every company, every organization has a sales cycle. Once people know who you are and may do business with you, now you have to keep them engaged in an ongoing conversation until they finally end up doing business with you. So how does that work? How do you have that conversation with them? Well, the best way to do it is by giving them multiple video stories over a period of time until they finally agree to do business with you. And then fifth and finally, the reason why it's important to have multiple videos as opposed to a single video on your website is it enhances your search engine optimization efforts. Forrester recently reported that by having video on your website, you are 50 times more likely to show up on the front page of a Google search. Well, that's one video. If you have multiple videos on your website that touch on different things that your organization is doing, different products, different services, different audiences, the more likely you will, when someone types in what you're trying to attract them to come to your website for, the more likely with these multiple videos, you'll have that opportunity to bring people to your website. So in summation, it's a more intimate approach, more in-depth approach to telling your organization's story. It makes your website more dynamic, giving them reasons to keep coming back to your website. It touches on different audiences. It helps you touch different audiences, helps you fill that sales cycle gap, and then finally enhances your search engine optimization efforts. Well, thank you so much. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about in this vlog, email me at bevans@cantaloupe.tv. And I'll be sure to do a blog about it or a vlog about it. So thanks so much for your time. I hope this was helpful.